Just relax and enjoy the ride.
In crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, 815.
It's pretty amazing to me, Tom, how in this modern world, just how useful fingernails are on a day-to-day basis. I'm Greg. He's Tom. This is your In Crowd 815 podcast for the 15th day of November, the year 2025.
The latest it has ever been in the history of mankind. You know, I'll give you that about fingernails, because I tell you what, there's nothing better than a fingernail for an afternoon snack when you're kind of hungry. I'm telling you. Plus, when I'm biting my fingernails, I really do it right, and I never have to pay for a pedicure. I mean a manicure. Okay, I eat my toenails too.
You're chewing on your toenails now.
Yeah, well, I could about 30 years ago, not now.
Reconsider everything.
Yeah.
We have a show. I don't know if it's going to be a great show. It might.
Oh, it's going to be a great show. I got all kinds of stuff up here. Most of which you don't want to know about.
If the person is still sleeping next to you, you might want to just let them sleep. Let them watch this later, because there were. For the first time in a long time this morning, we have no guest for our show, and that's partially by design, because I did want to do a follow up to our mass karaoke trivia contest, where Tom and I kind of look at the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful of what happened on Thursday night, November 13th at Tabala Event Center. Most all of it was amazing, spectacular, and beautiful. And thank you to everybody who came out and supported the teams. Thanks to all the teams who came out and had fun. Yes, there was competition, but it was very friendly competition. People were cheering each other on. And the love in the room was, I believe the word is palpable. There might be a better word than that, but I think I'll use the word palpable.
I think there is a better word.
Okay.
Because I think palpable is tolerable. Maybe I'm wrong on that.
You could so rich you can taste it. That's kind of that's what I think about.
But even if palpable does mean what you think it means and what I think it probably means, that's a good thing. It is a good thing, but I think there's a stronger word. It was the energy was very, very good from start to finish. The lighting, the music, Tracy, both Tracys, you, me. I mean, we were. I think we were all on our game, and I think the audience responded well. It was an amazing event. So you know what I would like to do? I'm just springing this on you. So if you got other plans, let me know. I would like,
we're free flowing today. This is all.
In lieu of doing trivia, which we always do, I would like to revisit the quiz. Just go through it quickly, and the people who are watching who didn't make it can go back, and they can, when they watch this. If you're live, great, glad to see you. I'm glad you're here. We always appreciate that. But they can go back, and I can read the questions and then give them about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Then we'll do the answers. And we can do that 3 times. There's 7 questions each. It'll take 10 minutes, and we've got an entire hour and a half.
I think that's a great idea. I'm hoping we don't have an hour show today. I'm going to be honest with you. I'd rather not have an hour show today.
Oh, okay. That's fine. But I do want to talk a little bit of Packer football, if you don't mind, because I'm hurting right now. I am hurting because my our Green Bay Packers are on a bit of a downward spiral. And I want to say some things.
They are.
That, I would love to put out there in the ether. I want to say some things about Matt LaFleur. I think Matt LaFleur is a good coach. He's a good man. He's good at everything except he has one fatal quality. Fatal meaning for football purposes.
I'm probably going to agree with you on that one.
He's a micromanager, and he doesn't know how to trust. He doesn't know how to delegate. In other words, you're not letting the guy with the best numbers in all of football just do what he's paid to do, and that's throw the blanking ball.
No, he did an exceptional job of finding a great defensive coordinator and lets him do his
Yes.
job. He needs to do the same thing on the offense. Even though he's an offensive mind, he can contribute, but he needs to head coach and not be the offensive coordinator.
Did you see what I showed you? Where, and I didn't mean to take this into a Packer thing. We can go back to it later, but I want to get some of the things off my chest. I definitely want to do that. The defensive guy. Did I show you what the defensive guy for Philly said? It was on
Something about
camera.
knowing the plays, right?
What's that?
Something about knowing the plays before they happened.
Well, yeah, he said inside zone this way, inside zone this way. He's pointing inside zone this way. He said it like 3 or 4 times. And guess what? Josh Jacobs gets the ball on that stupid shotgun. Hand it to Josh Jacobs. He runs right into a wall of 3 guys. He not only loses 4 yards, he also loses the ball. It didn't matter. It was 4th and 1, so that didn't matter.
Someone else said if he had run his assignment, he would have picked up major yards because the blocking worked. Even though the defense knew the play, the blocking did their job. And if he would have followed the proper, was it the one hole or whatever it was he was supposed to go through, he didn't go that way, and he didn't follow Reese. And if he did, he would have been better off. So
I don't know as if I believe that, because he got nailed 3 yards.
He went the wrong way. He ran the wrong way. He's supposed to follow a certain blocker, and he didn't.
Okay. All right.
He heard the defense knowing the play, so he thought, I'm going to go where they're not expecting me to go, and they stuffed him. So
okay. All right.
That's what I heard post show. Let's do this before we get too far, because I do have a big number.
Yeah.
Maybe this will get us on track. Our big number of the week this week, current race to 10 has been a lead of 3-1, and our big number this week is 194,000. Tom, 194,000. Does it have to do with dunks or dinks?
Dunks or dinks? Oh,
I know I reverse those. Usually you say dinks and dunks, but I'm playing with the brain. All right, 194,000. The answer this week, is it dunks or dinks? And yes, we have T-shirts to give away. Someone's going to guess in the comments a correct answer one of these weeks, so we're going to give them a T-shirt that says "In Crowd 815." I believe I still have a handful of these left.
Yeah, these baseball shirts, by the way, fresh prints, not of Bel Air, fresh prints of North 2nd Street. Yeah, I can't stand up. I'm too. My arm is too
off. And I'm going to turn around and show off what they did on the back with all the sponsors.
All the sponsors, yeah.
That's right. Way to rock it, Fresh Prince. Thank you so much. These were made for the major sponsors of the event, and for our lead tech people. So Tom and Tracy, our karaoke DJ, Tracy Maskey, got one, and my wife running the front desk got one. And Tom Olowski with Bob Fleischman, Reflex DJ, who did the lighting for the event, got one.
Yeah, he did an amazing job.
Wasn't he awesome? I loved what
it really was. It really was. It was an amazing job.
And this is the first time he did this event with us. Last year we had a different guy, and he did great at Hilton for us. Exactly what we needed. And Tom at the end of the event on Thursday night, because he's seen what we're doing now and knows what we're trying to accomplish, he's like, I can step it up next year. We'll be better next year. And I'm like, that's my guy. That's my guy.
I have a question for you that normally would be off air, but don't give me numbers. That's why it can be on air. Was the cost of what we did it at Tabella the same as Hilton, or more or less?
More. It's more.
It's a little more. Okay.
And honestly, you know what? It was not lot
worth it.
It was not a lot more. It was not a lot more. I'm honestly, and Bob, you can. We already kind of talked about this, and the lighting guy would have been grossly underpaid. They weren't asking for much at all, and I'm like, what I'm asking for, and what I'm hoping you'll do, I really want to. I want to pay for. I want it to be excellent, and what they brought to the show was excellent. And and so he basically he got quite a bit more than they were expecting, and I think he's pretty happy about that. So,
and for those of you watching, Greg and I have kind of talked off the air. We talked the other night after the event. We are him and I are going to get together, brainstorm. It's obviously your thing. I'm just kind of your sound guy. You know, you bounce things off of me, and I know you bounce things off Christy and the kids and all of that. There'll be a few changes made,
Oh yeah.
and changes for the better. I love the idea of maybe putting. I think I had suggested this, but you had already figured this out anyway. The putting the judges, putting the judges and myself kind of in a V shape or whatever, like on an angle of the dance
Yeah.
floor or the area or whatever, and basically not even worrying about the stage really. Maybe even put Tracy up on the stage. That might not be a bad idea. You know?
We'll reconfigure the layout slightly for sure. The other thing that I want to do is have the celebrity judges a little more involved in the trivia portion of the show. So we'll tweak that and make sure that they had microphones on Thursday night, and I told them I don't know that we're going to use them. I don't have any reason to, but you got them just in case. And we didn't use them at all for the celebrity judges. And in hindsight, I'm like, you know what? We can incorporate them and still keep it a streamlined, efficient event. Which we got done in 2.5 hours, which was great.
Yeah, 2.5 hours is a perfect mark. It's because I think after a couple of hours, people start going, okay, I'm a little sore in my chair. I'm kind of getting hungry. I kind of want to get out of here and run through McDonald's or go to B-Dubs or something. So I think that's 2.5 hours is good. It's perfect. And for those who stick around to help tear down and all of that, it makes it about a 3.5 hour night. That's okay. And actually another half an hour to an hour on the front side of that for setup. It didn't take much for me to set up. You'd already had just about everything done when I got there, but that's your stuff anyway. I don't know how to do your lighting, and I don't know how you want it or where you want it. That'd be counterproductive for me to jump in and do that. I mean, I can help you with some stuff, but
that's the part that I think most people that attend events like this just don't quite fathom or gather just what it takes to set something like that up. There's so many things that you want to do, you could do. I attend some of these events and I'm like, you had an army of people to do this because there's so many little things that are done for all the attendees. And it's like, that's special. That's really special. The heart and soul and blood, sweat, and tears that go into some of these events are so amazing. And obviously I want ours to measure up. So I think we've accomplished that for the most part. There's going to be things that we want to tweak here and there for next year's event. On my way home last night, just to kind of recap, my week this week was just jam-packed full of stuff. And I DJ'd a wedding last night for some friends who's some high school, some childhood friends in southeastern Wisconsin that they have 4 kids. They have 2 girls and 2 boys. I didn't get to be a part of their oldest girl's wedding when she got married, but their younger gal wanted me to be their DJ. So I DJ'd her wedding about 5 years ago. I think it was 5 years ago. And then her sons both got engaged about the same time, and they both got married within about a month and a week of each other. And they both wanted me to DJ their wedding too. So I did one about a month and a half ago, and I did the other one last night. And anyway, so as I'm driving home from southeastern Wisconsin last night, I'm asking AI to help me plan next year's event. I'm talking to my Gemini on my way home, and I haven't, again, we haven't set this in stone yet, but I think we're going to be aiming for a September date for next year's event. Tabala, I'm going to talk with Tabala, see what dates they have open in September of 2026 and figure out, do we want to stay with Thursday? Do we want to try a Friday or a Saturday event? We'll look at the calendar and try to figure out what makes sense for us and for the Rockford community.
Keep in mind a Friday or a Saturday event is going to be more expensive because there is more demand for the room. So,
right. So, and then we've got to meet with our chief amazing sponsor Tracy Fultz at Medicare 411 and figure out where she would like to be and what she would like to do too. Because Tracy Fultz You are awesome. What a great night. And she enjoyed so much handing that big, huge check to Marshmallow's Hope, which was our grand prize winner
Yeah.
of the version 3.0, the Masked Karaoke Trivia Contest. And what I want to do now is go over some recap of what happened on Thursday night, as far as not specific scores, but like placement and stuff like that. First off, again, Medicare 411 was our chief sponsor. They footed the bill for the entire $5,000 grand prize. So of all the stuff that we did for this contest, the biggest part of the portion of our plate was the grand prize. And when I asked Tracy if she'd be willing to cover that fully, she took about a half a second to say yes.
Yeah.
She jumped right on board. And so because that portion was removed from our plate and we didn't have to worry about it, everything else became so much easier.
Sure.
And one of the things, and this is kind of hopefully will help some of our not-for-profit friends out there. One of the things that we did this time that I should have done from the beginning, and I didn't realize it until, I don't know, 6 months ago. The money for these prizes, none of it went through In Crowd 815. Okay. So we didn't become the middleman for the prize money.
Mm-hmm.
The money itself is going directly from the company sponsor to the not-for-profit, not through us. And we've said this before, and I'll make sure I state it again. In Crowd 815 is not a not-for-profit. We are a for-profit event company. And essentially, if you want to technically call us what we are, we're a for-profit event company that supports not-for-profits and the businesses that support them. That's what we do. So for that money to funnel through our organization, we don't need the tax write-off. That's not what we're in this for. So, hey, what I had, Medicare 411 and Gemini Solar, who did the $1,000 trivia prize, and Waldom Electronics, who did the $1,000 karaoke prize. Basically, they signed agreements that said they know they're giving money to a contest winner, trusting In Crowd 815 to vet those not-for-profits to make sure that they have a local presence and that they're legitimate. That's what we did. So congratulations to Marshmallow's Hope, the team for Marshmallow's Hope, who outscored everybody else basically on the strength of their singer. Not only their singer, but the singer put them over the edge for sure.
Oh yeah.
Had this only been a karaoke contest and not a trivia contest, according to the celebrity judges, the singer for Marshmallow's Hope would have won the event. She nailed it. She was great. There were 3 singers on the evening that scored over 200 points. Everyone else was under 200 points for the evening on the judges' total scores sheets. And I gotta commend the other 2 singers who were only 1 point separating from each other.
Wow.
1 point separating. The singer from Ramp and the singer for Shatter Our Silence were right there.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there were 3 of them. 3 of them all night that I looked at you and I said, this is really good.
So good.
It was so good. There were 3 of them that were phenomenal. A lot of them were good. There were only a couple of them that were maybe not as strong, but that's okay. I mean, just getting up there and doing it, wow, that's pretty good. So
Marshmallow's Hope was the winner with the top scoring karaoke score, and they scored just enough trivia points to edge out the second place team. So congratulations to Marshmallow's Hope for winning the $5,000 grand prize. Ramp had the tops, the trivia winning prize. So our trivia, I'm sorry, I got this in front of me, Tom, and I'm still getting it wrong. The karaoke that I just said, the karaoke winning prize of $1,000, thanks to Waldom Electronics, went to Ramp. So congratulations to Ramp for winning that. And then our top scoring trivia team that did not win the grand prize was Jessica Riley's Envoy Mortgage team playing for Nick's Wish. So Nick's Wish is getting $1,000. That is courtesy of Gemini Solar. So those were your top 3 winners. Now, of the audience prizes that we gave away Thursday night, a couple of them went unclaimed. And one of those events contained a $100 gift to the winners chosen not-for-profit. And we're going to be giving that to Shatter Our Silence because of their karaoke singer that only missed out the $1,000 by 1 point. If they had tied, I don't know. I guess we would have had to have a sing-off. That would have been fun.
Or you could have just done a trivia tiebreaker too. I mean, either way, because all points are cumulative. So the trivia portion of it would have been okay as well.
That would have been a
Because now
tie.
you got 16 people, instead of just one.
And in that case, Ramp would have won. Ramp would have edged out. They edged out the Shatter Our Silence team by 4 points. Only 4 points. That's not very much. So, all right. So recapping again, the teams that played in our contest on Thursday night, we had Sunset Funeral Home sponsoring a team playing for the VFW Post 9759 of Loves Park. Cord Construction was playing for Carpenter's Place. They did a fun karaoke. They rocked it.
That's construction and carpenters. That's kind of a nice fit. That's good.
I know, right? That was awesome. They did a Cheap Trick song, right?
They did. I think they did Surrender.
Yeah. Fresh Prince of Loves Park, we've already heaped some praise on this morning. They sponsored the team that played for the Ski Bronx Water Ski Show team. They rocked the stage also, running all over the place. Good job. Title Underwriters Agency. They had a team playing for the Noah's Ark Animal Shelter. Thanks to some of the Noah's Ark folks that came out and played and supported that team. Our friends from Iverson Painting, they sponsored a team playing for Rock House Kids. They were our winner back in April.
Yes,
and
they were.
This time around, they tied for second in the trivia scores.
So they had 48.
So they were one of 3 teams that had 48 points. So they tied on the trivia side of things. And Medicare 411 had a team playing for Mosaic and Rockford. They also tied for second in the trivia scores, along with the Title Underwriters Agency. Those were the 3 teams that had 48 points in trivia, the trivia side of things. Four Corners Wellness sponsored a team playing for Shatter Our Silence. Waldom Electronics sponsored a team playing for the GABA A Alliance, which I think a lot of people heard about for the first time on Thursday night. And we need to get her on the show to talk about them. And then Gemini Solar was had a team that was playing for the YMCA of Rock River Valley. They would have come in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place, tied for 5th place in the trivia score portion of the evening. So the karaoke scores were all over the place, and it's designed to be that way. The way that the celebrity judges were given instructions on how to judge the singing portion of the karaoke portion of the contest. They judged the singers on 3 different categories, and their scoring sheets mimicked the 3 rounds of trivia. The way Tom was doing trivia was 7 questions in each of the 3 rounds, and each question was worth 3 points. So 21, 21, 21. A perfect score would have been 63. So the judges kind of had the same thing. They had 3 categories. In each category, they could give points between 1 and 21 points. And for that just makes sense in my brain. I know some people are kind of thinking that's crazy. It just in my brain, it evens things out. It makes both portions of the contest equally weight. The weight is equal pretty much on both sides. Someone can argue with me if they want to about that, but I don't know that you can convince me different.
Well, the 3, I had to remember everything's 3. So, 5 times 3 is 15, 6 times 3 is 18, 7 times 3 is 21. Once I got my brain rolling in the right thing, it's just zip, 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 zip. and they made it very easy. It was very, very streamlined. I like it.
And it worked. It worked.
And it didn't really become a problem except for one question separated 4 teams. One
Yes.
question, because you had 151 and then you had 3 at 48. So one question.
Yeah.
And my questions are always designed so that there's no room for error. I don't think anybody said, well, no, wait a minute, because I've been doing this for a long time and I don't want to toot my own horn, but I have seen enough trivia questions. And I don't just mean my the guy that I work for. I don't just mean all of the other trivia outlets out there. I'm talking about myself as well. I have had questions where somebody would come up and say, hey, you know what? I checked my phone and there's actually 2 answers here. Okay, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
I will check, recheck, and then check again to make sure that there are not any possibilities whatsoever of, like, for example, the first question I asked, clarifying, which Clara asked the all-important question, where's the beef? Was it Clara Barton or Clara Peller? There was one person who said, where's the beef? And that, of course, was
Clara Peller.
Clara Peller. Somebody wrote Clara Barton. It was funny. I didn't expect that. I expected that to be the easiest one of all. But then again, that was a commercial that
That was
played.
a young team.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, absolutely. And we've heard of Clara Barton. So, yeah. And so that's what I'm saying. When I do my questions, that's what I do. I make sure I've checked it 4 or 5 different ways, unless I know, who won the Super Bowl last year or something like that. I don't have to go Google it. I know the Eagles, who are, by the way, off my Christmas card list. So, yeah.
Were they ever on your list? Come on, be honest.
No, they really weren't. They really weren't.
Oh goodness. So those were the top prizes for the evening. I also wanted to acknowledge again and thank Iverson Painting and Envoy Mortgage for helping sponsor the event in total.
Mm-hmm.
All those snacks that you saw on the tables for all the teams, that was all covered, that was all paid for by Iverson Painting and Envoy Mortgage. Thanks to them for being our table snacks sponsor.
And Sam's Club thanks you.
Or
wherever you bought them. I don't even know.
Costco for me.
Oh, Costco. Okay.
Yep. Our trivia master sponsor, the folks that make sure that Tom could be there and get paid, was JW Innovative Coaching and Haas Towing. I think you might have met Justin Willems. He was at the event from JW Innovative Coaching. He got one of the jerseys as one of our major sponsors.
Okay. Yeah.
So, we want to thank.
Was he tall? Because I remember there was somebody who was fairly tall. Yeah. Well, okay.
He's about my height. Rudy Valdez and Swift, the Southwestern Ideas, for today and tomorrow. They were one of the only non-profit sponsor of this event that didn't have any teams in the event. They just wanted to get the name out there as that Swift is and get the some notoriety that Swift exists, because there's some things happening in Southwest Rockford, and one of them is Coleman Yards. So let's throw that out there too. As a side note, Next Rockford, one of the groups that I am involved in here in Rockford, Next Rockford, had our monthly meeting at Comprehensive Community Solutions on Thursday at noon, and Joshua Jeffers, the J. Jeffers Company that's overseeing Coleman Yards, gave a talk on what's happening there and why right now there's no construction going on and stuff like that. But anyway, we got a really good update about that situation, and we can talk about that another time. We need to get some Next Rockford people on our show to talk about that.
Yeah. All right. So you had mentioned that you didn't want to go an entire hour, which I don't blame you.
Let me finish the run.
Okay. Go ahead.
My sidebar. I didn't mean to do that. Swift and Quest 7. Quest 7 is a packaging company. They make like corrugated products for the shipping industry. They're based out of the Chesney Park. Thanks to Tiffany Armstrong over there for jumping in and helping us with this event. Shane Worley, the marketing one. You met Shane. He was wearing the cool coat. He was at the event on Thursday night. And then Lucas Blackmer, the waterman. my water guy. He put our water softener in our house, and he's great, doing great work here in Northern Illinois. So thanks to Lucas for sponsoring the event as well. So those were our major sponsors of the event: the Waterman, the Marketing One, Quest 7, Swift, Haas Towing, JW Innovative Coaching, Iverson Painting, Envoy Mortgage, Jessica Riley's team, Waldom Electronics, Gemini Solar, and of course, Medicare 411. Kudos. Wow. Love you all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
And you know, one of the things that my biggest takeaway from all of this is that it's just the support. Everybody, you know, they're clapping because nobody's saying like, oh, I hope she tanks it. I hope she cracks on a couple of notes. And you know, because trivia can be kind of cutthroat. And so when we're doing the trivia portion, I just hope people have fun. I hope you're not going, God, I hope we win. I hope we win. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But keep it to yourself. Don't be like outwardly going, yeah, you missed it. You suck. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. Because we're here just to have some fun. And like I said to everybody, I designed these questions so that people don't walk away kicking the dirt going, man, I guess I'm dumber than I thought. Because everybody says that. Everybody says, oh, I don't want to play trivia. I'll suck at it. Well, I sucked at it for a long time until I understood the process. It's like a computer. Your brain hits it quickly because it's right there in the front. Just like when you go to your computer and you start typing in, it's going to give you the suggestions on your Google dropdown that you've already done. So when I go to my Wordle in the morning, for example, boom, first one, because I do Wordle every single day. So, but if I don't do Wordle and I haven't gone more than maybe a week or so without doing it, and that's maybe twice, well, all of a sudden now it's fourth on the list.
I'm kind of
so if I didn't do it for a year, I wouldn't be able to find it. I'd have to retype it in. So do you want to maybe do a round of trivia real quick here?
Let's do that. And this is going to be very sad. This is going to just show how bad my brain is, because I won't remember most of these answers.
Oh, you will. Well, don't give away the answers. I'm just going to go ahead so people can play at home. So I'm telling you all now, grab a piece of paper and a pen if you want to play at home. That way you get the benefit of having played the trivia. I will ask them all, give you a couple of minutes to figure them out. Greg and I will talk about something else, and then I'll give you the answer. So, Greg, don't answer anything. I will ask the questions.
All right.
We already did clarifying, which Clara asked the all-important question, where's the beef? Was it Clara Barton or Clara Peller? I may have already given you the answer on that one. I think we did. By the way, in fact, I am giving you the answer because I wanted to talk about it. I thought it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Somebody wrote Clara Zeller, Clara Keller, Clara Heller, and then they crossed all those out. They said the second Clara. They had it right. There were a couple of them last night or night before last, that were like that. All right, so question number 2, and I'm going to try and go kind of slow on this so that you have a chance to really. That one there was a gimme. So right. Taylor versus Taylor. The title is Love is Better Than Ever. Is it a Taylor Swift song or an Elizabeth Taylor movie? This one fooled no one. I'm like, wow, that's going to get some 50-50 right there. No. The title is Love is Better Than Ever.
Every team has someone who knows the Taylor Swift songs.
Probably. Taylor Swift song or an Elizabeth Taylor movie. All right, so go ahead and write your answer down, and we'll move on to number 3. In the movie Top Gun, the category is Talk to Me, Goose. The category is important, too, because it kind of misleads you in a way. Taylor versus Taylor did, sort of. You're not going to know necessarily what I'm asking, but Talk to Me, Goose, yeah, you're going to kind of know. In the movie Top Gun Maverick, we meet the son of Goose, whose name is Rooster. In the original Top Gun from 1986, who played Goose? Was it Val Kilmer or Anthony Edwards?
They were both in the movie.
They were both in the movie. Absolutely. They were both in the movie. All right.
So that could have tripped some people up.
I don't know that it did.
There
It
was a
might have.
lot.
I don't remember because I'm dealing with a lot of stuff coming in. This,
Round
that.
one of trivia for the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest. 2 teams got perfect scores,
Yes.
and all the other teams except for one got 6 of the 7 right.
Yes, it's designed for that
It's a good
because
start.
it's the half and half round, the 50%
Yeah.
round, whatever you want to call it. I always make that round just like when we do our trivia here on Saturday morning, which we'll forego till next week because there's no point because we don't have a guest. And I got some really good questions here that I put up. I forgot that you had said we didn't have any guests, which is cool. This is cool. I like this. I like this doing this every once in a while. Kind of like Let It Breathe, So yeah, it's okay. The ayes have it. How many ayes, I as in Illinois, are there in the word anti-disestablishmentarianism? I love this question.
We got a
I
friend.
love it.
We got a friend who used to teach at Christian Life School who moved to Florida years ago and teaches down there. He's been one of the Teacher of the Year people down there. He's awesome. Ed Carlson, Mr. Ed. Everyone called him Mr. Ed. He was one of those guys that would,
Of course.
he would spell anti-disestablishment, whatever. That's a really long word. He would just sit there and rattle it off really quick how to spell it because this is the biggest word in the English language. And blah, 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 blah. His students
Not
would be
bigger
like,
than supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I don't think that's a word in the English language.
Not a real word.
All right. Anyway, by the way, your options were 5 or 6. How many I's are in the word anti-disestablishmentarianism? 5 or 6. And it is one of the easiest words to spell because there are no what they call diphthongs where you'll have like the OU sound, like about is a diphthong. It's an OU because it makes a O sound. So about. So there is anti-disestablishmentarianism. It's actually a very easy word to spell. But now I can't ever use it again.
Nope.
It's a good question. All right. The recently concluded Major League Baseball World Series won by the Dodgers. Who was the series MVP?
Not me.
All right. So you got, not me either. Yoshinobu Yamamoto or Shohei Ohtani. Well, one thing's for sure, it was a Japanese dude. So once again, this is the world. What's that?
It was a Japanese dude. They both played amazing.
They did, and so did the other guy too. There was another guy. Oh, I can't remember his name, but I couldn't pronounce it anyway. So, but anyway, it was World Series MVP. Dodgers won it. Was it Yoshinobu Yamamoto or Shohei Ohtani? And I should have told people you can just write YY or SO or just Y or S. You could do that rather than try and spell it because somebody spelled it Nubo Obo Nobo or Nubo Obo or something. Oh, I believe Greg has dog duty going on. So there we go. Is that Veda?
Veda can't decide if she wants to be in or out of this room.
Well, these are new surroundings for her because it's Summit Studios now. So,
which, by the way, do you like my new 815 back here?
We'll talk about it afterwards. There's a couple things I wanted to tell you about it. Then I won't put it on the air.
All I'm going to say is it looks the way it looks because it's made out of audio foam. It's made out of sound absorbent foam. So that's why it's the way that it is. I had to cut some of it.
No, it's cool. It's big and out there. It's cool. It's cool. So, but we'll talk about it.
All right.
Next question. In what year was the Hollywood Stars Walk of Fame? This one I kind of struggled with. I probably shouldn't have done this one because there were a lot of moving parts. But anyway, was it 1953 or 1960 when it was made permanent? 1953 or 1960? And let me just finish reading this here. First, there was the concept, and then 8 temporary stars, followed by the official laying of the star. What year was that when they officially laid the first permanent star? Was it 1953 or was it 1960? All right, let's go to the final one here for this one. In which country would you find the Bay of Islands? By the way, this is in a land far, far away. Did you like the way I did it? In a land far, far away.
Yeah. movie. The movie
Yeah, the movie guy. Yeah, big sound guy. Yeah, I didn't. You know what? I didn't do Let's Play Ball, When You Wish Upon a Star. Those are my titles. The titles are important to me because this way it kind of gets your mind going a little bit. Anyway, so in which country would you find the Bay of Islands? It is a coastal region with 140 islands, popular for sailing and wildlife watching. Is it Indonesia or New Zealand? This one here, I think 2 or 3 of the 12 teams said Indonesia. So, and then the others said New Zealand. I may have just given something away there, but I don't care.
All right.
So that was round 1. If you want to, let me know if you want to go to round 2 in a little bit, or not at all, or whatever. That's fine.
Well,
But I just wanted to give everybody a chance to hear the questions. So
that's what they would have gotten had they played with us on Thursday night. So that's
Yeah.
that's hopefully that encourages people to see the trivia portion. It's when you got 8 people around a table, someone knows something about something, right? So
oh, absolutely.
there's some obscure enough stuff that you're not gonna
Okay,
right.
so you're exactly right. That's a good point. Team trivia is far easier to write questions for and to play because of that very fact that you just said. Someone is going to know something. There's this little exercise I like to do. It's called the Wheel of Knowledge,
Okay.
and it's almost like the concept of Trivial Pursuit. It's a lot like that, but it's kind of different in that it focuses on who's the smartest person in the room. You know, when you ask that question in a room, they're, oh, Bob is, man, this guy's really good. Okay, Bob, so who won the World Series last year? Well, I don't know. I really don't watch sports. I'm more into theater and books and this and that. Okay. How about you, Sam? Next to him. Oh, Dodgers won it. Yamamoto, he was the World Series MVP. Yeah, I just gave away one of the earlier answers. But anyway, and so really now, is Bob the smartest person in the room, or is Sam the smartest person in the room? Hey, Sam, what is the capital of Delaware? Oh, I don't know, but Sheila knows that it's Dover. So wait a minute, maybe Sheila's the smartest. Anyway, the point being is that everybody plays an equal part, and no one person is the smartest person in the room. Now, Bob may have 145 IQ. Maybe he's got the highest IQ by 20 points of anybody else in the room. Doesn't make him the smartest person in the room, because he may know 3 subjects like the back of his hand. But Sam, the guy next to him, he knows 5 of the 8 subjects. I break it down into sports, geography, much like Trivial Pursuit. It was kind of the model for it, I guess. Not really stealing their idea. It's a little bit different twist. It's all going in my book that I'm writing.
Tom's
better communication through critical thinking. I am literally working on it. I wrote up a curriculum syllabus. I'll bring it with when we do our lunch next week or whenever we can. I'll bring it with so you can take a look at it. And what I'm doing is I'm putting it together and then possibly putting it into a book. I had already taken my concept to Rock County Christian School, which is where I teach. I'm a sub there. I don't really teach there. I'm a sub there. And they said there's basically no more room this year. So maybe next fall I would probably do it, or maybe at the semester break, they'll call me and say, hey, we're going to add it to it. Are you up for it? Yes, absolutely. So, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of interesting stuff, and it makes you think. The whole idea is critical thinking. Get the mind going and start thinking critically, not just taking what somebody says. Hey, did you know that Bob over in accounting, yeah, he was in prison? Oh my God, really? I need to tell the boss. Well, it turns out, no, he had a prison ministry. You know, that can be construed 2 different ways. He had a prison ministry. So yeah, he spent Saturday. Ask questions, think it through. Don't just start yapping. You know, I like to share with these people the Dixon prison. I spent 3 years there delivering Coke. Literally delivering Coca-Cola. People look at me like, what? Seriously?
Yes.
So anyway,
they drink pop too.
yeah. How about this? I was in Walmart the other day, and this is actually a true story. I was in Walmart the other day, and some guy was in there with his pants down. He was in the bathroom. That's where his pants were down. See how it changes it when you add that little extra piece of knowledge that you didn't have before? That is part of the whole critical thinking. You have to ask the question, well, where was he? In sporting goods? Was he trying on, was he in men's? Did they fall down? Like he's, old and his belt didn't work? No, he was in the bathroom.
No.
Kind of changes it, doesn't it?
It sure does. It sure does.
Yep.
Well, before we get to your round 2 of trivia, I want to play something that Chelsea Meyer from B103 put together. She was one of our celebrity judges. And she put this up on her socials and got all kinds of reaction. I should have played the music because that's going to mess us up now on YouTube. Whoops. Oh, sorry. But yeah, this was nicely done, Chelsea. Thank you for putting this together, and thanks for getting all the reaction that you got there for the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest version 3.0. All right. Does that mean Tom's back? There you are. Tom's back. All right. I started playing this with the music. That's going to mess up our YouTube stream. Sorry. But anyway, nicely done, Chelsea, from the Chelsea and Friends Morning Show on B103, putting together some highlight stuff for us. So that was a lot of fun. Our championship team right there.
That's so cool.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. My thing just said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm going to take a nap. But anyway.
Our other celebrity judges, as you might have saw there in the pictures, Mark Henderson, formerly of Channel 23, now running Mark's Weather Hub. Where'd you go, Mark? There's you are. Mark Henderson and Mark's Weather Hub. If you're not following this is the place to get the weather. A few times a day, he's updating his forecast and doing it on his YouTube channel and on his Facebook page. Love what he's doing with that.
Okay, so let me throw this out there. Mark's a great guy. We had him on the show, met him a few times. He's a wonderful human being. I mean, he's just an exceptional human being. For IFR, and I understand budgets. I completely understand. He's been there for a long time. They're trying to cut the fat. I get it. Mark's not fat. I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? They're trying to cut the budget a little bit because they've got a couple of other people replacing him now, right? They've hired, rehired, but maybe what it is they're piping somebody in and whatever. Because I've watched enough local television. I've seen other people on the broadcast. So why are you replacing Mark? It had to have been a money thing. Had to have been, and that's really sad. So what I would, and I don't blame IFR. I don't blame them.
No,
it's what happens. No. It's what happens. It's one of the reasons why why we got furloughed from the radio station. We could have went back, but I think they said, hey, you know what? It's a cost cutting measure. Right. Let's just do it a different way. Okay, fine, I get that. But it would be kind of funny, kind of poetic justice if Mark's numbers came out better than IFR's numbers. If he had,
when it comes to local social media interaction, he is going to beat them if he hasn't already.
Yeah, I know.
He is.
I know, because he's well liked, and he's well liked, and for good reason.
Part of the frustration that I'm hearing from people, and I felt it myself, and now that other people are vocalizing, I'm like, yeah, I felt that too. The local TV stations often put stuff on their Facebook and their social media pages that have nothing to do with local news, and it's like, why are you telling me about Cincinnati or Phoenix or Portland? And the headlines are often misleading to make it look like it's a local story, and it's not. And it's like, that doesn't work. I'm sorry, it doesn't work.
That is my biggest pet peeve, is when something is it's clickbait is
It's
what
clickbait.
it becomes. And you're above that. You should be above that. You're a news organization. Here's the problem I have with local TV, local radio, especially local radio. The days of Fred Spear, who I see just about every week. I go to church with Fred. Fred Spear, WROK News. You remember Freddie? Freddie was so awesome. Is so awesome. I see him every week. He's just a wonderful human being. Okay, I'm throwing out the wonderful human beings a lot this morning, aren't I? I even called you a wonderful human
Generous
being.
person.
That'll be $20, please. No. So, but what I have when I was coming home from Oregon not this past Thursday. Obviously, I was with you. The previous Thursday, there was a 3-car accident, and I ended up following the ambulance down Route 2 as it was leaving. I got on the scene late. There was a SUV on its side. It looked like a Jeep. I called my wife immediately, and I said, just so you know, if you see it on the news, don't worry, I'm fine. There was a 3-car accident. One was a Jeep on its side. I think it was a Jeep. Had the big giant knobby wheels, but it was an SUV. So what else? Could have been a Hummer. I don't know. But anyway, and then there was another car that was just absolutely obliterated. And I am pretty sure someone died because the ambulance was going away and was just driving. There were no lights. So that person, whoever was in the ambulance, well, nothing to see here, folks. Nobody was hurt. Thankfully, everybody's walking away. Okay, see you guys. Let's go get donuts and coffee. I doubt that. It had that somber feel to it. Anyway, it happened between Oregon and Byron, and nothing on the news. I called my wife. I said, can you check the news, check Facebook, and see if there's anything? She goes, no, nothing. I checked it the next day. I watched the news the next morning. Nothing. That's local enough that it should have been covered. But because we're squeezed so tightly, we can't cover it. And then on Facebook, we got Cincinnati, Phoenix, Columbus, Ohio, whatever. We don't.
Yeah.
I want local stuff first.
No.
I want to know what's going on, and we don't have that anymore.
Well, Rock River Current. I'll give the Rock River Current a shout out. I like.
Oh, absolutely.
Kevin Haas is doing the Kevin Haas with Rock River Current. I hope that grows into something bigger than it is.
Yes, he is really good. I hear him on the radio. He'll do his little snippet of that's the news. That's what's happening. And yes, you are right. I apologize to Kevin and the Rock River Current for forgetting about that. I'm not on Facebook, so I don't see a lot of the stuff. What's that?
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
And that's
I don't want to. For me, it's philosophical. It's a philosophical difference. I don't like Facebook. I don't like how intrusive it is. I don't need it. I don't need it.
I always advise people that do use it to just turn off their notifications. That way, when you go to Facebook, you're the one going there. They're not the one coming at you. That changed it. I don't know, 3-4 years ago. And I was like, all right, you know what? I don't need my phone to buzz every 2 minutes because someone liked a post that I put up or someone posted something and tagged me on it. I'll look at Facebook a few times a day when I'm ready to look at it, not when it tells me to look at it. That's how
It's been 10 years and 2 weeks. 10 years, a week, and 3 days. I know the last day I posted anything.
Oh, wow.
Since I was on Facebook.
Oh, my.
Yep.
Cool.
And when we get a chance, I'll tell you why. It's not bad. It's nothing bad.
That's cool.
Don't worry, I didn't get booted off of Facebook.
And hey, all of you folks watching on Facebook right now, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. We're glad you're there. Oh, just being real, folks. Just being real.
I'm not saying anything bad about Facebook. For me, it's too intrusive. I don't need it on there.
No,
I don't need it. But anyway, Facebook serves a valuable purpose. There are a lot of great things. You know what? We've sold, when I say we, my son, my wife, whoever, we've sold a lot of stuff on Facebook Marketplace and bought stuff. We bought a new washer. It wasn't new, but it was a washer that we got. That was a definite upgrade. And we got it for fairly cheap. So there is a very good place for Facebook. So, okay, there.
This show's already gone longer than I thought it was going to go. So if we're going to do the other 2 rounds of trivia, we need to go through them pretty quick.
Well, let's do them real quick because I want to spend at least a minute or two on Green Bay.
I know you do. And
all right, here we go.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to do 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get ready,
Um,
4 to go,
I
5 for fighting. Yeah.
Okay, so the way Thursday went, we opened the event at 7 p.m. on the dot. I wanted to start right on time because I wanted to be done in 2.5 hours or less. We did an audience giveaway right off the top, which we gave away a great prize to one of the audience members, and then we went right into karaoke. And at random, 4 teams did karaoke. The team playing for VFW Post, the team playing for Carpenter's Place, the team playing for Ski Bronx, and the team playing for Nick's Wish. I believe they were all right up top in the first round, something like that. Anyway, the karaoke was chosen at random in between the 3 rounds of trivia, and so now we go on to the second round of trivia. What do you got for round 2?
Okay. All right. Good enough. 5 for fighting, 6 feet under, and 7 deadly sins. I will go through these fairly quickly. So if you're still scoring at home, write quickly. All right. Which classic rock band had a #1 hit with My Sharona in 1979? I believe this fooled no one.
No, this is one of the ones that I would actually be
And
able to get, I think.
oh yeah, absolutely. And keep in mind, I'm not trying to be.
No.
I want you to answer questions properly, but I also don't want every team to score 21 points and have a 63 tie for everybody, with the exception of a couple here and a couple there.
That doesn't work.
All right, 2 for the show. When the Berlin Wall was constructed, it solidified the separation of Germany into 2 distinct nations. They were East Germany and West Germany. In what year did this take place? Was it 1945 or 1961? Whenever we're dealing with numbers like that, it's always best to give 2 options, because if and I realized that on the Back to the Future question I asked in the 3rd round, that I needed to give options. That's my bad on that one. I'll do better next time. Oh, it's the next question. It's the next question. All right. Thought it was 3rd round. Oh, there was another one 3rd round. Okay. Anyway, next question, 3 to get ready. Here we go. In the greatest film trilogy of all time, Back to the Future, just my opinion, what year did Marty McFly travel back to the Old West in search of Doc Brown? That was Back to the Future 3. Here I'm going to give you 2 options. I did not in on the quiz. So I'm giving you guys, whoever's taking the quiz now, 2 options: 1885 or 1895. 1885 or 1895.
It's going to put up some pictures that were
shared. Absolutely. And I have some pictures too that if you want me to send, I will. Just random pictures of the teams. I will send them if you need them. So let me move on then. 4 to go. Of the 4 members of the rock band, the Beatles, who is the oldest? And they are in alphabetical order for a reason. Because this way you can't go, well, when in doubt, see it out. That's an old college trick or a high school trick. When you don't know, just pick C, because that's kind of the default. It's like the instructor's trying to hide it somewhere. All right, so you got George Harrison, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr. Who is the oldest member of the Beatles? Makes no difference if they're dead or alive. That's not an issue. Somebody said that. Well, yeah, but 2 of them are dead, so that only leaves 2. No. Who's the oldest? Who was born first? Who was born first? Was it George Harrison, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr? All right, 5 for fighting. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. I am the greatest. Muhammad Ali was perhaps the most oft-quoted line throughout the 1970s. But Ali lost 5 times in his career. He didn't float like a butterfly and sting like a bee in 5 of those fights.
And
he lost 5 times. His first professional loss came in 1971 to this man. Who was it? And I will say it was March 8th, 1971. Who was it? All right. And I believe it took place in Madison Square Garden. So it was not the Thriller in Manila. The Thriller in Manila was not Muhammad Ali anyway. I think it was Frazier and Foreman. But anyway, the HBO, this is 6 Feet Under. The HBO television series 6 Feet Under was about two brothers who owned and operated a funeral home, which they inherited from their father. The highly acclaimed show ran 5 seasons and aired 63 episodes in the early 2000s. In which U.S. city did the show take place? And then finally, I realize I'm going a little quicker than normal, but
That's fine. We
but I'm
ain't
gonna
got to go.
yeah, no, that's good. We don't have to do the last round. That's fine. Seven Deadly Sins. This rock band had a Billboard hit in 1984, which peaked at number 33 in the Billboard Hot 100. The song shares its name with one of the 7 Deadly Sins. Name the group. Don't just name the. Think of your 7 Deadly Sins, and then name the group. Because once you get the 7 Deadly Sins, well, what do you got? You got pride, envy, lust, greed, sloth, gluttony, and I don't know, covetousness. No, I don't know. I don't remember what the last one is. Anyway, it's one of those. All right, I'll go over the answers real quick. Here we go.
All right, give us the answers.
You give me the answers. The rock band with My Sharona, number 1 hit, 1979.
The Knack.
The Knack. The Berlin Wall, constructed, solidified the Germany and East Germany, West Germany into two distinct nations. When did the Berlin Wall go up? It was 45 or 61.
Oh, 45.
It was Cold War. It was 1961.
Oh my gosh. How did I get that wrong?
No, that's all right. No, because 45 was an absolute easy guess because, well, the war ended in 45 and then they just decided blah, blah, blah. All right. Greatest film trilogy of all time. Where did Marty go back into the Old West to search for Doc Brown? Was it 1885 or 1895?
1885.
That is correct.
85.
Who is the oldest Beatle? Harrison, Lennon, McCartney, or Starr?
Is it Ringo? Isn't it Ringo?
It is Ringo. Ringo born July 7th, 1940. Lennon born in October, I believe, of 1940. And then McCartney was June of 42. Did I say 80 something? I don't know. Whatever. 42. And then Harrison, the youngest, February 25th of 43. So you had 40, 40, 42, and 43. So Ringo by a hair, by about 3 months, 4 months, something like that. All right. 5 for fighting. Muhammad Ali lost 5 fights in his career. The very first one. He was dethroned as heavyweight champ on March 8th, 1971 by this man. Who was
it? Frazier.
So yes, Smoking Joe Frazier. Smoking Joe Frazier. I don't know that he actually smoked.
Down goes Frazier. Only not that time.
Yeah, that was the Thriller in Manila. That was with Frazier and Foreman, I believe. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier. Howard Cosell. May he rest in peace. The HBO television series 6 Feet Under is about 2 sons that owned a funeral home inherited from their father. The show ran in the 2000s, 63 episodes. Where did it take place? Where was the setting? Where was their funeral home?
New York, wasn't it? New York?
No, it was not. It was East Coast. It's the opposite of New York. It would be.
Oh, West Coast. It was Seattle.
Oh no, it was L.A. It was
LA. Oh.
It was Los Angeles, California.
Okay.
And then of course we did the U2. Well, I just gave it away. The U2 song. It's Pride in the Name of Love. Yeah. So
couple teams got that one right.
One team for sure. One team and maybe 2, but I think one team. And that made me happy because it means it was not completely.
It wasn't impossible. No, it's not.
It wasn't completely difficult. Oh, you want to go third round or go quick?
Real quick, let's do the third round. Let's just rattle it off.
All right. Who am I? I was born Leslie King Jr. in Omaha, Nebraska. Played football for the Michigan Wolverines. Drafted by the Packers. I opted out of the NFL draft to go into politics, where I served 24 years as a Michigan congressman before moving up the political ladder. Where do you go from congressman? You could go to senator. You could go to cabinet. Or you could go to the presidency.
Gerald Ford.
Gerald Ford. Yep.
Gerald Ford.
Look him up and find out his story. It's very interesting how he went from Leslie King Jr. to Gerald Ford Jr. All right. How many time zones does China have? 1, 3, or 6?
It's big enough. It should have 6, but it only has 1.
Because it's a communist country and they want to control everything. They want one news that goes out to everybody at the same time, not a delayed news or anything like that. It's really kind of cheesy the way they do it. It's just crazy. Spaceballs was a 1987 Mel Brooks parody of Star Wars where the villainous Dark Helmet, along with President Scrooge, plotted to steal air from the planet Druidia. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Who played Dark Helmet?
Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis. There you go.
Who is an awesome dude. He like acted for a while and then took a break to raise his kids because his wife was sick or something.
Yes.
He stepped away from acting for a long time. I think he just came back though. I think he's doing something.
Yeah, why not? You know, I and we've all done that. I stepped away from playing softball years and years ago because my kids were starting to get involved in things at night and all that. But Rick Moranis, when you're a star, a celebrity like that, and you do it, it's not so big when I do it. It's good, but it's not worthy. But when Rick Moranis does it or somebody else does it, that's wonderful because you're passing up millions and millions of dollars. I didn't pass up anything. I passed up softball. I passed up a knee injury. So, all right. What do these three things have in common? I know this got a lot of people. It was fun. Three of a kind. Aftershave, rat, and melon.
And I probably wouldn't have got this one, but I know the answer because I saw it.
And it was kind of funny when I said rat, it came out rat, and it was Everybody's like, what did you say? So I went back on the mic and go, rat. R-A-T, rat. Aftershave, rat.
There's muskrat and there's aftershave that smells like musk.
That's right. Hopefully it smells more like, well, I don't know. Do you want it to smell like muskrat or muskmelon? No.
How do you find the smell musk?
Yeah, because this musk aftershave smells, muskrat.
It's similar to rich mahogany. That's what Ron Burgundy would say.
Yeah, there you go. All right, couple more. Three more. Advertising. This television ad for Progressive Insurance. This doctor attempts to help his patients understand how not to turn into your parents after buying a home. What is the doctor's name? I believe this drew a big groan.
Yes.
Do you remember that? Everybody's like,
we all know the commercials and we laugh at them.
I know.
They're good. But
I know.
Was it Dr. Ron?
It was close. It started with an R.
Rob? Dr. Rob?
No. R-I.
Oh, Dr. Rick. Okay.
Dr. Rick. There you go.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts, the quarterback of the Philadelphia Eagles, where did he play his college ball? There are two answers because he did the portal transfer.
And I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Was LSU one of them?
No, close. But I will say this. For a while, he played behind Tua Tagovailoa. Or maybe it was the other way around. I'm not sure. Anyway.
Alabama?
It was Alabama and Oklahoma were the two schools.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, anyway, final question.
I heard these questions Thursday night, and I still don't remember them.
Yeah, but I think you had a lot on your plate. I think you were because you were not paying any mind to this because you couldn't. You were out there in the audience doing this, doing that.
Right.
So, no, you get a free pass on that. Cartoons. While driving down East State Street on November 13th, 1985, what Billboard #1 hit would you be listening to on your car radio? Was it the Miami Vice theme by Jan Hammer or Bad Medicine by Bon Jovi?
Bad Medicine, right?
No, that was 1988. It wasn't #1, but it was Miami Vice theme.
Miami Vice theme.
Reminds me of the Progressive commercial where the guy is grabbing the coffee. Jan, no, put it down. You don't work here. Jan, you could be Jan. Anyway. I know you need to get out and I need to get out. I got to go rake some leaves and do some.
Was that the last question?
That was the last question.
The last thing I want to do in regards to the contest is just I want to recap the top 6 scoring teams for the evening. All right. So overall, we had 12 teams competing. All right. So the top 6 overall scores. These are the overall scores, which again, overall scores really only determine the grand prize winner. The other 2 prizes were basically individual awards based on the top scoring trivia team and the top scoring karaoke team, separate of their total score. So
which I think is a wonderful way to do it because it gives more people. It spreads
yeah,
the wealth.
we didn't do that the first time. We did it a little differently the first time, and I wanted to make sure each thing had its own prize, so that you had a better chance at winning.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, the first time the same team won 2 of the 3.
Yeah. So the 6th place overall scoring team was the Gemini Solar team playing for YMCA of Rock River Valley. The 5th place top scoring team was the Title Underwriters Agency playing for Noah's Ark Animal Shelter. The 4th place top scoring team, Medicare 411, playing for Mosaic and Rockford. In 3rd place, and also going to get $100 prize based on their karaoke performance from In Crowd 815, was Four Corners Wellness for Shatter Our Silence. They came in 3rd, just short of the 2nd place scoring team, which was Ramp, sponsored by Illinois Telecom Access Corporation. They had the 2nd best scoring trivia team, so they won the $1,000 trivia prize because the top scoring trivia team won the grand prize, and that was Marshmallow's Hope, sponsored by Les's Cleaning Service. So congratulations to Marshmallow's Hope. They did score the most trivia points. Let me get this right here. They did score the most karaoke points. But because they won the grand prize, they could not win the karaoke prize as well.
Right.
I think they'd rather have the 5,000 than the 1,000.
I think so.
So
well, they'd rather have the 6,000, but hey, no, it's got to be fair.
Went to Ramp. A karaoke prize went to Ramp. The top scoring trivia team ended up actually in 8th place overall, and that was the Jessica Rielly Envoy Mortgage team playing for Nick's Wish. So Nick's Wish did win the $1,000 trivia prize.
Yeah,
so,
Team 9.
Yep. Thanks again to Gemini Solar for sponsoring the trivia prize, Waldom Electronics for sponsoring the karaoke prize, and Medicare 411, the $5,000 grand prize from the Knights. Our next event for this event, we're projecting will be in September of 2026. We'll start to get details out about that in the new year. We also are we're almost fully booked for our In Crowd 815 networking group events for 2026. January through September have all been claimed, if you will, but October's still open. If you'd like to host In Crowd 815's free networking group event the last Thursday of October, please let us know. We'll get that on the calendar. And then, of course, our December Christmas party and fundraising event for 2026. The first Wednesday of December 2026, we're still looking for a host and a not-for-profit for that event. Right now, though, the important thing is join us on Wednesday, December 3rd at the VFW post in Rockford, the Ross Pearson VFW post on 7th Street, 922 7th Street. That's the place for our final In Crowd 815 in-person event of the year. And that's coming up quick. It's free to attend this event. Just come, meet people, shake hands, bid on raffle prizes if you wish, buy some 50-50 raffle tickets. If you want to have dinner, we need to get a head count beforehand, and dinner tickets are $20 each, or a table of 6 for $100. So you'll save $20. If you want to buy a table of 6, $100. The number's on your screen right at the bottom of this flyer. WLM and Associates Painting is running this event for us. 815-315-7717 is the number to call if you want to get tickets for the dinner portion of this event. You don't have to buy dinner. You don't have to. You can eat beforehand if you want to, whatever you want to do. Come for a while and go to dinner somewhere else. That's one of the fun things about In Crowd 815. We're pretty freeform. There is no formal membership, and we ask you to RSVP, but you don't have to. 815-315-7717, the number to call if you want to get tickets for the dinner part of our final event of the 2025 season. I can't believe I'm saying that. This year has flown by.
Unbelievable. Absolutely
Flown
unbelievable. I woke up the other morning and it was really cold. And I'm like, what the heck? I remember waking up in
cold.
May when it was about an 80-degree day, and I was like, oh my God, this is absolutely beautiful. 78 degrees, something like that. Feels like 78, slight little wind. I'm thinking, this is heaven. This is absolute heaven. This is San Diego, for crying out loud. One of the most beautiful places on earth. For me, anyway, when we went there, we were tourists, so took my dad out there. It was a vacation of a lifetime, and it was just amazing. And I'm thinking, this is absolutely amazing.
Perfect weather.
And I wish it could be this way all year round. And then all of a sudden I blink and it's freaking November. I don't mind the cold. I'm the guy that wears shorts all year round. I don't mind the cold. I wore pants because I felt like I probably just needed to wear pants. It
You
just
needed to be a little formalized. Yeah.
Well, you need to tell me that too, because I always ask you, yeah, whatever you want to wear, whatever. No, I'll start wearing pants to the event.
Nobody would have given you.
Nobody would have cared. Nobody would have. But I wanted to, knowing I was going to get this shirt. This shirt is, by the way, awesome. Thank you, Fresh Prince. This is awesome. It's on North 2nd. If you know where the Potato Shack is, it's just down from the Potato Shack.
Yep.
So, but anyway, yeah, go ahead. We got a big number, right?
Packers, let's take care. Our big number of the week. Current race to 10. I'm in the lead by a score of 3-1, and 194,000 is the number this week. Is the answer dunks or dinks? And Tom has sent me his answer, and nobody's getting a T-shirt because nobody put in the comments their guess. That's all right. The Oreo. Have you seen what Oreo has done with its flavors for this year?
No, but Oreos are pretty inventive. Here's what I say. Don't mess with my Oreos, please. Stop with the caramel flavored, peanut butter and banana flavored, whatever.
Who doesn't like dunking their Oreo in a nice cool glass of milk?
Oh, I love it. It's
Yes,
my favorite cookie.
They just released a batch of Thanksgiving dinner inspired fudge coated cookies. So would you dunk these in your milk? There's an apple caramel Oreo. I'm up for that. There's a pumpkin pie cookie. I am up for that. And then there's a turkey and stuffing, a sweet potato, a creamed corn, and cranberry sauce flavored Oreos. You've been warned. You've been warned.
They will not be getting my money. I'm sorry.
If a turkey treat calls to you, better move fast. They are $20 in a cookie tin. It's a limited edition thing. And I bet they sell out, and I bet people start selling them on eBay or something like that. So Tom is going to get the point.
Oh, yes. I was going to go with dunks, but I went with dink.
What do you call, what is a dink? Do you know what a
double
dink
income,
is?
no kids.
Dual income, no kids. That's right. 12% of the married couples in the United States are considered dinks. Mm-hmm. At least one spouse is in their 30s or 40s. This is how, according to Pew Research Center, that's what they define it as. One of the spouses has to be in their 30s or 40s because they're still in childbearing age, right? They could have kids if they wanted to. Dinks have a higher median household income, $194,000 a year, compared to dual income couples with kids at about $152,000 a year. But they hold less wealth. They're less likely to own a home than their parents. So I would think most dinks, because they have higher incomes, could afford to buy a home, so they would buy a home. But that's not the case. A lot of them choose not to buy a home. I think a lot of them prefer the mobile lifestyle, knowing they can kind of get up and move when they want to. Mm-hmm. That's what I've heard in my conversations as a realtor. Anyways, that's a choice. And hey, if that works for you, good for you. That works for you. Just understand you're probably hurting your wealth growth opportunities, because one of the best investments you can make, one of the big reasons why real estate's a great investment is it's a hedge of protection against inflation. Mm-hmm. The value of a home, generally speaking, increases in value at the same rate as inflation, almost the same. It's the charts are very, very identical. Mm-hmm. So if you want to make an investment in something that at least is going to hold its value, a house is generally speaking one of the best investments you can make to hedge against inflation.
Yeah, because a house is always going to be a house. It is the one staple in life that can't change unless it catches fire or something. But that's not part of the equation. It's
They're not
just
making any more land.
what's that?
They're
Yeah,
not making any
exactly.
more land.
Exactly. We're not. Yeah. Well, you can build on land that we have. That's whatever. But that takes a lot.
Yeah.
To create a new subdivision and such and whatever. So.
All right. Well, let's do a little quick Packer talk before we wrap things up
real
today.
quick Packer talk. I'm very, 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 very disappointed in the Packers right now. But I look back. Here's some encouragement for you, Gregors. I look back at 2003 when the 2023, Jordan Love's first year. That second half of the season, 18-1, 18 touchdowns, 1 interception. He was lighting up the world. But if you remember, they had 2 losses, 2 very crucial losses in that 2023 season. They lost to the Giants. Tommy DeVito on a Monday night. Joe Barry's defense let them come back in and kick the winning field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Then they lost the following week to, I want to say it was Tampa Bay. Baker Mayfield, who I absolutely adore. He is such a great guy. He's a good guy and a great quarterback. And I hope to God he wins a Super Bowl one year. I just hope it's not this year. But anyway, I really do hope Baker Mayfield gets his day in the sun. I do. But he comes into Lambeau and throws a perfect game. 158.3 passer rating. There's only 2 quarterbacks that have ever done that in Lambeau Field, Aaron Rodgers and Baker Mayfield. And it's like, you got to be kidding me. Joe Barry. Thank you, Joe Barry. Anyway, went on to beat, and then they almost dropped a big one on the 50-yard line against Carolina. They barely beat Carolina 33-30. Again, Joe Barry's defense. Well, Joe Barry's gone. Gone, never to be heard from again. So we get Jeff Hafley, and Jeff Hafley is a wonderful tactician. He's a wonderful motivator. He's a very good, he's a phenomenal defensive coordinator. The 3 losses the Packers have had this year, and by the way, don't panic because they're 5-3-1. Pretty darn good. They literally could be 8-0, 9-0. They could be, and maybe even should be, because the that they've had this year were like 10. They scored 10 points. They lost 13-10. Then they lost 16-13, and then they lost. What did they lose the last game? 10-7.
10-7. Yeah.
So they've given up 10, 20, and 36. 36, is that right? 10, 20, 36 points. They've given up. Their defense has given up 36 points in the 3 losses. Is that right? Is my math right? Yeah. And they've only scored in those 3 losses 27 points.
Yeah.
10, 10, and 7. Yeah, 27. Anyway, I'm saying, like Aaron Rodgers said a few years ago, relax. I'm saying don't get too crazy over it because they're going to fix this. They're going to. Now, here's where I
hope you're right.
No. I'm pretty sure we will. I will be right because they fixed it in 2023. The problem with the Packers right now is not Jordan Love. It's not Tucker Kraft's injury. It's not defensive lapses. It is Matt LaFleur. I read you something earlier. I think it was off the air. It said, well, I'll tell you why I say this. Here's why I say this. Now, I know you had something different about that, but I'm going to here's what it was. The defensive guy, he says, inside zone this way, as he's pointing. Well, what I'm thinking is he pointed that way and Josh Jacobs went that way. So you say he was supposed to go another way.
The play was designed for him to follow Reese, Sean Reese?
No, Sean Ryan.
Ryan, that's what okay, Sean Ryan. If the play was designed to follow Sean Ryan, he was the one that was going to make the hole, and he did. But Jacobs didn't follow him because he heard the defense was onto their play. So he thought he would trick them by going in a different hole or go around the outside, and they stuffed him.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're right. But here's the real problem. Here's the real problem. The configuration that they were in, that defensive guy knew pretty much what was going on.
Yeah.
Inside zone, inside zone. He said it 2, 3, 4 times, and you could hear it audibly because
Yep.
everybody's mic'd up now. Well, this is Matt LaFleur. This is on Matt LaFleur. There was another. I saw this meme. This gal was, and it was not a meme. It was a little YouTube short. It said, "What do you think the Packers' game plan should be tonight?" And he goes, "Run, run, screen pass," and it was hilarious. Yeah, run, screen pass. Okay. And this is what they've been doing. Matt LaFleur has to get his head out of his rear end and let Jordan Love be Jordan Love. Jordan Love has proved he's one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. And you know what? If he lets Jordan Love play, these Packers are at the very least 8-1. Maybe they lose one. Maybe they still get the tie. Because look at what we did, 40-40 against the. That wasn't Jordan Love's fault. It wasn't even Matt LaFleur's fault. This was the defense's fault this time. But Dak Prescott is a major talent. Dak Prescott would win a Super Bowl on many other teams, but because Jerry Jones is a knucklehead, they're not winning. They're not going to win anything with Jerry Jones. So my whole point is Matt LaFleur right now needs to start listening to his critics. He needs to start paying attention and stop with the first down run. My son and I were talking, and he goes, "Dad, if I was a betting person," and him and I both will throw some bets on DraftKings every once in a while. Harmless fun. Don't hate me for that. Anyway, he says you could do a live bet every time and put $5 or $1 on Packers first down call, Josh Jacobs up the middle, and you'd win a ton of money. That's how what's the word where it's going to happen? That's how much we believe that it's going to happen. Predictable. That's right. Predictable is the word. That's how predictable it's become. Yeah. And then you get 3 yards, 4 yards, and then you do it again on 2nd and 6, 2nd and 7, and you get another 4 yards. Now you're down to 3rd and 3. This is why Green Bay was the #1 team in third down passing efficiency or third down efficiency for a long time. They still are because they keep getting into third downs and they're somewhat third and short. You don't want third and short. You want a first down on 2nd down. You want a first down on 1st down. That's what you want. But when you're constantly in 3rd down and 4, 3rd down and 3, 3rd down and 7, well, every once in a while you're going to have a punt because you're not going to hit that third down. And Matt LaFleur is not Dan Campbell. He's not some of the other ones. Kyle Shanahan. He's not. Who else goes for it a lot on 4th down? Buffalo. Sean McDermott. Sean Payton, Detroit, Dan Campbell, yeah. He's not one of those guys. He is a little more conservative. I love conservative, but not when it comes to football. Not when it comes to football. No. Put your foot on their chest and say you're not getting up until the game is over. That's what Matt LaFleur doesn't do. So one, he doesn't trust Jordan Love, and he should because Jordan Love has more than proved himself. 2, he's not very innovative. He's playing scared. And number 3, he doesn't know how to put teams away. There's a 4th element that Matt LaFleur should do, and that is bring in a guy named Lucas Havrasik to be your kicker and put Brandon McManus on IR for 4 weeks. Say, Brandon, we're going to put you on IR. Why? My leg is fine. No, Brandon, your leg is not fine. We're putting you on IR, and then you're coming back. Maybe. Yeah. That's what he needs to do.
He gets healthy. Yeah.
So we got the Giants coming up. I would normally say, oh my God, we're going to beat them. We're going to beat them 38-10. I think we're probably going to lose 16-10 again.
I hate to say that, but you're probably right.
I'm worried about this game. I truly am. If Matt LaFleur can figure it out, and I'm telling you, if the Packers drop a donut and they lose this game, I believe Matt LaFleur will be fired on Monday morning, January 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever. The day the season's over with the Packers not making the playoffs. He will be the first coach to go. And rightfully so, because you have one of the best football teams in all of the NFL. My hope is that they start putting it together and they go on a rampage and they win 6 of the last. How many games are left? They're 5-3-1. That's 9 games. There's 8 games left. 6 of the last 8 or 7 7 of the last 8, and they make the playoffs, and maybe they're not going to win the division because it looks like Detroit is back to where Detroit was the last few years. I think Detroit is just pretty unbeatable. Look for a kind of a beat down on Thanksgiving. It's going to make my Thanksgiving kind of bad. Maybe not. Maybe not. It's a couple of weeks from now. In fact, it's literally 9 days from now, right?
They get to be the spoiler, just like the Giants are being the spoiler this time. They're not expected to win, but they do. So watch out.
Well, what scares me with this week's game is Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is a notorious Packer killer.
Yes.
He's a good quarterback. He's a good team leader. He's got a good arm. The problem is Jameis Winston is the only quarterback that's ever done this in the history of mankind. That's my line. He threw 31 touchdowns and 31 interceptions. This is about 5 or 6 years ago. It's like, dude, really? Wow. 1 for 1. That's awful. Of course, it's worse if you threw 22 touchdowns and 35 interceptions. There have been quarterbacks that have done that before. But you are Jameis Winston. You have to be better than that. You were the number 1 quarterback. You were a high draft pick, maybe the number 1. I don't remember. But, 10, 12 years ago. He's a good quarterback. And from what I understand, he's become a very good guy. He really is a good guy. He helps the community. He's matured. He's grown up a lot. So, because he had a lot of stuff in college that was, some of it warranted, some of it not.
He made some young person mistakes.
Oh, absolutely. So did I when I was his age, and I wasn't $1 million quarterback, so nobody knew, nobody cared. But anyway, so I'm a little worried about it. Jackson Dart, I would have definitely been worried about. Wasn't worried about Russell Wilson. But you know what? They fired Brian Dable. They may be playing inspired football. This could be one of those things where, great. We get them when they fire their coach and when they got Jameis Winston in there. You know?
Jameis, yeah, that's right. They're going to rally behind Jameis, but how well are they going to play? We shall see.
We shall see. So my prediction, I was kidding about 16-10. I still think we're going to win the game, and I think we're going to win it 23-13. That is my prediction.
Ron's chiming in, Tom. Did you see this code?
I didn't, because I don't have the ability right here to I can't see it on there. Oh, okay.
Ron, Tom, you're still delusional. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. They are what their record says. They are what they say.
To be continued is. Oh, it is wrong. Yeah. Hey, buddy. Wow.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, Ron. You're not wrong.
Oh, stop with the Jordan Love hate. Come on, Ron. We'll talk tomorrow, buddy. We are meeting at Castle's Castle tomorrow. Where you're more than welcome to come if you want. Ron has already said so. Don't worry. Ron's probably like, no, don't bring him. You won't show up anyway. Ron, if he does come, I'm bringing the food because, So I will be bringing snacks. Don't worry. And if it changes, Ron, and you're just not feeling up to it, you're not feeling well, just let me know. Text me. But,
so much for not going an hour and a half today, Tom. There we go. Next week, we're going to be chatting with the marketing director for Women's Space. Her name is Denise Colin, and I'm looking forward to talking with Denise about all things Women's Space and the events that they got coming up for 2026. Again, thanks to all the teams and the sponsors that helped make the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest just a flaming fun success. We had a great time at Tabala Event Center. Thanks to the Tabala folks for hosting, and it was a great night. So the next thing on the calendar, again for events, December 3rd at the Ross Pearson VFW on 7th Street in Rockford. Join us December 3rd for that. And until then, remember, you change the world when you help one person, so be a blessing to someone this week. We'll try to do the same. Meet you back here for another In Crowd 815 podcast next week. Have a good rest of your weekend, everybody. Bye, Tom.
Bye, everybody. See you, Ron. See you tomorrow, buddy.
815 in crowd. 815 in crowd.